Hello and welcome everybody to Recipes for Success. Today we're going to talk about how to win at math and how to overcome math anxiety. We are excited to have a wonderful presenter with us today. His name is Philip F. He is a wonderful tutor who is with the Academic Success Department. Welcome, Philip.
Thank you, Jenna. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. Good afternoon, all. Welcome to the seminar. Today, we're talking about how to win at math and how to overcome math anxiety. My name is Philip Ifio in Academic Success Department. This seminar is very important at this time, and many of us probably at this time getting ready for the first exam or quiz. So this is the right time to attend this seminar. If you have any question at the end, please feel free to send your question through the chat forum, or you can stop it at any time so that I can answer your question. The first thing is, what is math anxiety? Math anxiety affects everybody. So if you are in the school now and you have been away from the school for a while, maybe 5 years, 10 years, 15, or even 20 years, you are very likely to have this anxiety as you return back to school. But you're not alone. It affects everybody in the world. In fact, a research article actually reported that 93% of adult Americans experience some level of math anxiety. Interestingly, 17% of Americans actually suffer high level of math anxiety, according to the study in the Journal of Psychoeducation Assessment. So it is not about you alone. This thing happens all the time. I have met students on the first week who resumed, and they were really concerned about coming back to school and taking math again. I could see some fear in them. I could see some level of anxiety. At the end of this training, we'll be able to help you to understand some level of anxiety and how that can reduce, can bring it down, and also offer some help if still it doesn't go away. So we always begin with this math anxiety self-test. So we're going to have a self-test. So please, I want you to get a piece of paper and a pen and answer these 10 questions. We have 5 options. Number 1 means strongly disagree. Number 2, disagree. Number 3, on the fence. Number 4, agree. Number 5, strongly agree. So if you want to choose number 1, just write 1. If you want to choose 2, just write 2, and so on and so forth. So I'll give you 1 minute to get ready for the question. I'll read the question, then you choose 1 to 5. All right, let's go ahead and start. First question, number 1. Do you cringe when you must go to math class? So choose option 1 to 5. Number 2, do you get uneasy about going to the board in a math class? Number 3, do you understand math now, but worry that it will get difficult? Number 4, do you tend to zone out in math class? Number 5, remember you are choosing 1 to 3. Just keep choosing. We're going to add all the numbers at the end. Number 5, do you fear math tests more than any other kind? You fear math tests more than any other kind. Number 6, do you know how to study for math tests? Do you know how to study for math tests? Number 7. Do you understand math in class, but seem to forget it all when you get home? Number 8. Are you afraid to ask questions in math class? Number 9. Are you worried about being called on in math class? Then the final question. Are you afraid you will not be able to keep up with the rest of the class? Right? So those are the 10 questions you have. I want you to do the first math for today. First math for today is to add all your score. Please add all your score you have, 1 to 10. What are your scores? So use the chat forum to share your score with us, please. Use the chat forum to share the score. Your score, please. Your total score.
A 37, a 12, a 14. Hey, some of these people you might need as tutors, they have no math anxiety. 29, 30,
Right?
18. I'd love to have an 18. A 42, a 35, a
Right, 35,
45. Wow.
40, 42, 45, okay? Yeah, great. Okay, let's keep sharing that. Let's keep sharing that, right?
We have a 28.
Okay, 28, thank you. So add all the numbers and let's check your score. I have a 28,
A 33, a 46,
33, 46,
a 30,
30,
a 32,
32, 15 score. So go ahead and share your score, please. 25 from Eric, that's good. All right, so look at the score. When you add up the score if you score for the interval, I can see Elijah 50 there. That's great. If your score fall between 10 to 19, you probably love math. I can see, let me count how many 10 that I have here. From my, I have 118, I have 112, I have 114. About 3 people here actually love math. They don't really need us. It's okay. If your score fall between 20 to 29, you may have math anxiety. Okay, you have math anxiety, which is okay. That's why we are here. If your score between 30 to 39, math clearly makes you uneasy. Then the last score, I see someone score 50 here. That is okay. The last score, you have math anxiety, right? Okay, so this um, math anxiety test give us an idea how you feel when it comes to um, math, which is a good thing. So whether you score very high, you score very low, that is okay. That's why you are here today. At the end of the training, you should be able to bring down some of the anxiety and you do well in your class. So let's move on. Now let's begin by talking about what are the math anxiety symptoms and signs. What are the things you feel that makes you a concern when it comes to math? The first thing is, according to psychology research, is what we call physiological effects. They found out that students with math anxiety symptoms usually get unusually nervous. They have clammy hands, sometimes increased heart rate, upset stomach, and lightheaded when it comes to math class. If you experience that, that means you have some kind of anxiety when it comes to the subject. They have this feeling of permanency. When math is not a student's strong suit, it is very easy to believe that it's just the way it is. They naturally bad at the subject and always be. And once you buy into that lie, they give up and they lose all motivation to improve their skills. So that feeling of permanence is one of the symptoms that tells you that you have some level of anxiety. You don't want, you just assume that math is not for me. No, math is for everybody, right? Don't believe on that lie. Negative self-talk. I hate math. I cannot do math. I'm never good at math. Once you begin to sound like that, it means you have some level of math anxiety in you. So you have to change that negative self to positive self-talk. I can do it. Low achievement. That's another symptoms of math anxiety. Students that have math anxiety, if they don't feel concerning their grade, they allow low grades to define their identity. They don't mind what they score in math. And so as exposure to math decreases, so does their overall performance because of the fear of the subject. So when you see yourself in that cloud, it means that you have some level of anxiety. Avoidance. Today with math anxiety, try to avoid going to math classes, especially on a pop quiz or a test day. They come with excuses, but they don't like it. So those are some of the symptoms as well when it comes to math anxiety. Lack of response in the class. There are students that are unwilling to ask questions, they are unwilling to respond to questions, or they're even unwilling to respond to even their classmates when it comes to math classes. You see yourself that way, it means you have some level of math anxiety. Now, we have done with symptoms now. What are the major causes of this anxiety? Number one is fear of being wrong. When you have some math anxiety, you feel very uncomfortable in math classes and you are afraid when the teacher asks a question, 1 plus 1, even though you know it is 2, you are afraid it could be wrong as well. Fear of being wrong. Another major cause is pressure of time tests and poor test grades. When you feel so much pressure when it comes to tests and poor grade define you, that shows you these are another causes. So you begin to get anxious when it comes to tests. The major ones, inability, unwillingness to complete assignments on time. We are on the third week of the semester. If we haven't done week 1 assignment, we didn't do week 2, we're already on week 3. Anxiety will begin to set in. Why? Because you have left a lot of things undone. So those are the 3 major causes of math anxiety. You have to work on your assignment on time. Now let's talk about tips that can help us in overcoming some of the math anxiety. The first thing to do is to dispel the myth. As a person, you must dispel that. Do not believe of any of the false statement about math. First myth is that some people have to be born with a math brain to be good. That is not true. Why some people will seem to do better in math than others naturally. This is not true either. For math or any other subject. I've worked in the academic success department for quite a while. I have seen students on the first day or the first few weeks, their level of anxiety is very high. But when they come for tutoring, get help at the right time, towards the end of the semester, I have seen anxiety level reduce and end up with A in that same math classes. So dispel the myth. Turn math into games. In the era that we live in the era of AI, all kinds of games are available now. There is no game that doesn't have math in there. So begin to use game and play with your colleagues. Use math as a game and play with your colleagues. That begin to help your confidence level. That help to reduce some anxiety. There are so many games. If you come to the center, we'll give you some, Kahoo, so many of them that you can use to begin to start playing and build up that self-confidence in math. Practice on regular basis. The best way to feel comfortable with something is to do it regularly. When practicing or doing homework, always endeavor to work on the most straightforward problem first. It will breed a test of success and it will help you to lay the foundation for other complicated questions. So practice regularly. Math is all about practice. The more you practice, the better you will be. It will also reduce that anxiety too. Sometimes you get stuck, then unstuck. Feeling stuck, especially knee deep in math problem, can elicit feelings of helplessness, anxiety. A student was with me the other day, last week precisely. He told me he spent 2 hours in one question. And I told him, no, you don't do that. It was a homework question. That's why we are here for you. We are tutors. If you try the question, you can't solve it, come in for help. You can spend 2 hours in one question. That is going to cause some anxiety symptoms. And when he came into the lab, I just tell him to go ahead and stop that same question again. I just tell him what he did that was wrong. He said, wow, that he has been spending all his time in this one question. So please, if you get stuck, come to the Academic Success Center, then and get them unstuck. Check the chat forum for the number that Jenna just shared. Understand that math problem is key, not memorization. Do not memorize math. You need to understand the key behind it. Express yourself and ask questions either during class or tutoring section. You have to express yourself. The more you express yourself, the better you understand. Now, let's talk about how to overcome tests now. A lot of students are good in math, but they do bad when it comes to tests. I have a student some years back. She was very good in math, but when we were having tests, I found out that for about 30 minutes, she was just staring at the board, the whiteboard. So I walked down to her to ask her, what is going on? She said she was anxious. I told her, okay, you come out, take a walk around, just leave the class, leave the test hall, just take a walk around, breathe in and breathe out, walk around for like 5-10 minutes and come back. Is that okay? He said, yes. And she came back after about 5 or 10 minutes and she started working on her test. So she was in that few moments, she didn't know what to do. That was a high level of test anxiety. And this is the student that was very good in math, or she answered question very well. So always establish pre-testing routine. Learn relaxation techniques such as deep breathing. Fuel your brain with healthy foods and hydrate yourself before the test. If possible, avoid sugary foods that might cause your sugar to peak, then drop. That can cause anxiety. Avoid caffeinated drinks or energy drinks before the test, which can also cause anxiety. If you can, exercise in the morning of the test, preferably aerobic. If this doesn't work during the test time, talk to your teacher during the test time about your anxiety. Don't keep quiet, just talk to your teacher. Our teachers are very understanding. Professors that we have, they may offer some useful tips, just like I helped that particular student the other time. Because she could have just stayed there and submit empty paper. So talk to your teacher. Teacher will work things around with you. Now, this is the time for you to book for tutoring appointment. If your anxiety level is high, begin to book for help now. It's free. Study found out that one-on-one tutoring section can help remedy highly mad, anxious students. In addition to reducing math anxiety scores, students with greater tutoring associated decreases in their amygdala activity show higher reduction in mathematics anxiety. When you come for tutor, it's one-on-one. You are with the tutor, just you and the tutor. Express yourself. Be consistent in your tutoring. It will help you to bring down the anxiety level. Don't do it alone. Statistics shows in our school, many students that come for tutoring section end up with A and B very well. Those that don't come struggles. It is free for you guys. Now, we have what we call Academic Success Center and Virtual Academic Success Center. In other words, you can have your tutoring section face-to-face. You can come to the center to get your section. If you cannot come to the center by yourself, you can also do virtual academic success center. It means you can do your tutoring by virtually using Teams. I've seen students, some students in medical line, in their break, they will book appointment virtually. I could see from their camera, I could see look like an hospital, look like a medical center. Just during their break, they use the break to get a section, and they always do well. So book an appointment for both. You can access our system by going to ACCS. Did you find a tutor? We have tutors for all subjects that's available in our school. But for math, everywhere you go, any of the place you go to, we have math tutor available. As I earlier shared, call this number, 713-718-8184 to get an appointment. You can come in without an appointment. We accept walk-in, but we advise you to call in advance because you may get there, a tutor may be busy with a different student, and that may waste your time. But if you book in advance, you walk in at the right time, the tutor attend to you immediately. So we accept walk-in, and we also do by appointment. Like I mentioned earlier on, you can do it virtually from your room. You can also do it on campus. Any of the campus that is close to you, you can do it. We have about 14 campuses that we're involved in. You can work on any of them, then get a section. Math tutors are all available in all the locations, physically or virtually. So please, this is a time for you to call. Don't wait till after your test. This is the third week. Most exam comes in this week or next week, depending on the subject. Any question?
Please feel free to unmute to ask a question or type a question in the chat. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I hope y'all have a wonderful week. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. Thank you all.